evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this edition of MFers Live. There it is for you. There's the clock. And yes, we are, of course, now just ticks 8:01. But yes, it is time, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time. Yes, it's MFers Live time. All right, I just got my notification. Welcome to this edition of MFers Live. Okay, so we're going to get the clock out of the way here.
What are we going to do?
All right, hello,
tonight,
Peter. What?
What are we going to do tonight, Brain?
What are we going to do? We're going to try to take over the world. Hello, Peter. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of MFers Live. Hello, Caitlin. Yes, it is. It's Thursday, May 10th, 2000. Almost. It is Thursday, May 10th, 2018, and welcome to this edition of MFers Live. Hello, Caitlin. Hello, Timmy. Hello, Peter. Yes. It is our Tea Time Thursday, yes. So we got a whole bunch of facts in the store for you. And yes, it's here. So I might have a mug. Just drinking tea, that's all. All right. So I picked the Russian spice for today's stream. So I'm sitting back drinking some Russian spice tea. All right. And yes, as always, we have Nacho the Cat chilling with us in the studio. And yes, we are also filmed live in front of our live studio audience with Master Chef and Gordo in the background. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. I'm still alive and kicking. Hopefully everybody's doing well as well. All right, so we're going to start this stream off with a bunch of shout-outs. All right, so we have a shout-out for Leah Dubrick. All right, who else we got here? Oh, look, we got Sente Flaurone. There you go, buddy. All right, who else we got? So we're going to just mix these up. We're just going to. So without looking for your grab, actually, I guess I am looking because I'm technically looking at the screen. My bad. Si, senor. All right, so we have Lydia Kettles. Who else? Okay, so we're just going to keep grabbing here. Michael Mendigo. That's pretty cool. Eminem. See? Another Eminem. Yeah. All right, we have Taylor Clark. What else we got here? We have Crystal Harris. All right, what else we got here? All right, we have Dave Dresser. All right, so we'll grab one more. You ready to hold on to your one name, Nacho? All right, so I have to look up because I have the screen all over the sides right here. All right, so I got one. Who do I got for you to hold on to, Nacho? All right, you have Rock Lavoy. All right, there you go, buddy. See if Rocky tunes in with us tonight. Oh, it just does not want to stay in your head tonight. All right, we're going to have to lean you back a little bit, buddy. So maybe that'll work. All right, there we go. See if it will stay. No, of course not. Rock just does not want to stay today. All right, there you go. Nacho is holding Rock. All right. Hey, Nick, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in, Nick Boss. Yeah, the boss is in the house with us. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, like always, we're going to read off our good news in history for May 10th. Yeah. All right, so 50 years ago today, the Vietnam peace talks began in Paris between the U.S. and North Vietnam. So following the success of anti-war presidential candidate Eugene McCarthy in primary elections, President Lyndon Johnson halted regional bombing operations in order to encourage peace negotiations. So Hanoi leaders met with U.S. National Security Advisor Henry Kissinger, but it took almost 5 years to finally reach an accord between them. Yes. Hello, Ashley. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so we got some more good news on this date. Yes, the first transcontinental railroad linking the eastern and western United States is completed at Promontory Summit, Utah, using a golden spike, and they laid that golden spike back in 1869. Wow, so it's definitely an antique spike that's sitting there. So the first Southern Sociological Congress ended. Oh, of course, I'm getting like everybody messaging me here. I can't. Come on, there's no way I'm gonna answer my messenger. I'm live with all my MFers. Yes, woo woot. So yes, the first Southern Sociological Congress ended after addressing social, civic, and economic problems of 16 Southern states. An example of government, social agencies, and churches working together for social betterment. That was back in 1912. Wow. So the founder of Honey Baked Ham, Harry J. Holzer, invented the spiral slicer, a tool that allowed his company to pre-carve meats for customers. What else we got here? So we got Bill Haley and his comments. Released Rock Around the Clock, the first rock and roll record to reach #1 on the Billboard charts. And that was back in 1954. Meds, come. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you are hearing the one. No, he's gonna stay behind the cameras, of course. And yes, that is the one and the only medic that you hear in the background. Hello, Doug. Yes, good day. How you doing? And hello, Mary Jane. Hello, Shannon. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it is our tea time Thursday. So sit back, drinking some tea, and we're going to be reading some facts. As soon as I finish off with the good news, of course, or good news in history. All right, so Apollo 10 transmitted the first color photos of Earth from space, and that was back in 1969. Wow. So members of Sinn Féin, the political wing of the Irish Republic, a Republican Army, voted to accept the Good Friday Peace Accord, ending decades of bloodshed in Ireland. Wow, that was not long ago. That was back in 1998. I was only 18 years old when that happened. And on this day in 1994, Nelson Mandela was inaugurated as South Africa's first black president after more than 3 centuries of white rule. Yes. And yes, then, of course, we got Ghost Pat. How you doing, Pat? Always good to see you here, buddy, of course. And then, right? And his inaugural address. This is his quote. The time for healing of the wounds has come. The moment to bridge the chasms that divide us has come. The time to build is upon us. Max, come. Come. If you want to speak, come on. Come here. Come on. Hey, where you going, bub? Come here. No, you want to bark? Look, you can at least come say hi to everybody. You gonna say hi? All right, see? Look at the camera. Yes. Yes, all right. Hello, Big Sexy. Thanks for tuning in. Yes. So, yes, whites and black filled the streets with jubilation while 1 billion viewers watched on television around the world. Yes. And, yes, we have a happy birthday, ladies and gentlemen. We have a happy 72nd birthday to the Scottish singer, songwriter, and guitarist known by the single name Donovan. He recorded a string of hits such as Catch the Wind, Sunshine Superman, Season of the Witch, Mellow Yellow, Atlantis, and Hurdy Gurdy Man. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2012 and reemisculated at the time about teaching Lennon and McCarthy his distant finger-picking acoustic guitar technique. He was studying transcontinental meditation with the Beatles in India back in 1968 and recalls, I used to play acoustic guitar all the time in that nonstop playing. After we meditated, after we ate our health food, after we chased monkeys off the table, we would play. And I taught them the styles which came from classical New Orleans blues. And they wrote Blackbird, Dear Prudence, and more acoustic music for the White Album. And yes, you guys can actually watch a video in which he tells his whole story of chilling and hanging with the Beatles. Yes, and Uda Puppy, yes, of course. Like I said, he's kind of like our little security system, I guess. But we don't know. We think he might be seeing ghosts as well. What is that? You're supposed to hold Rocky's name.
Doesn't see ghosts. He just sees my voice.
He just sees. So Medic sees voices. That's what it is. And yes, you always hear him in the background. And usually when he starts barking, we can usually get him up here. And like we did today, we got him to pop up. And at least you guys got to see him. He's a little bit lower today. Usually I pick him right up so you guys can see him. But today he just a little bit of a head and he darted off. All right, so that is shared off to our Facebook.
Over to you. You'll come.
Hey, Medic. Hey, puppy. Come. Where'd you go? You gonna come up? Come here. Come. Come. You gonna come up? There, over, Patty. All right, look. Look, see? Everybody gonna see Medic? All right, you gonna wave at everybody? No? Okay. Oh, you got yours up. What are you hearing? What are you listening for? What? Yeah, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you guys get to see Puppy again. Yes. See, all the MFers are watching you, buddy. Yes, they are. Oh, yes. Where's your hamburger? Go get it. Go get your burger. Go get your burger. Hello, Mary Jane. Yes, hello, Brian. Thanks for tuning in. Nope, I'm not there. Yes, hello, Christina Kirkwood. Oh, sorry, Christine Kirkwood. I apologize for that, dear. Hello, Christine. All right, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I want to hug. I know he's so soft. He is. Hey, Mebek, where'd you go? Ben, where's your burger? Go get your burger. Bring your burger here, buddy. No, maybe. I think he might be searching for it. All right, so we're going to open up our facts here. Well, there's our Gmail. We're going to open that up. Yes, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, periodically you will get to see the one and only. He has taken over the couch. Yes, what a pup. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here you go. All right, so we're going to start off our facts today. All right, so we're going to load him up.
Searching for something.
Is he searching for something? What you searching? Are you searching for your burger, buddy? Where is your burger? Go get it. Oh, there it is. Is that the burger? Or is this his ball? Bring your squeaker. Bring your squeaker. Come. Oh, no, you're going to play with it this time? All right. Medic's going to play with his squeaker while we continue to read our facts. All right. So we're going to open them up here. Let's see here. All right. So it's just going to take a little time. It's got to load into the PDF, and we're up and running. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Our first fact off. Okay, Nacho. You gotta move you over a little bit, maybe. Okay. Oh, you want to stay right there. You want to stay right there behind the sticker. Okay, you stay behind the sticker. It's okay. All right, so our first set of facts. Mary Jane is working like a slave. Oh, does that mean they got the old whips out, Mary Jane? Be careful. Don't let those hit you because they do hurt. All right, so our set of facts goes out to Denmark. All right, so we're going to it's getting nice and warm in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. We are heading towards a nice, warm summer for sure this year. All right, so Denmark most likely means the land of the Danes. The first mention of the name of the kingdom of Denmark actually comes from around AD 900 in King Alfred the Great of England's translation of Odoacer's geography. Hello, Yvette. Oh, so just remember, ladies, stay away from those whips, all right? Because they can cause some damage. So in Denmark, it rains or snows every second day on average. Denmark has about 171 days with precipitation of more than 0.004 inches. So that's about 0.01 millimeters. In 2009, Denmark had 184 days of precipitation. Yeah. So Denmark can actually be really windy as well. The average wind speed is a breezy 13 miles per hour. So that's about 5.8 miles a second. Hello, Crystal. Thanks for tuning in. So during Hurricane Allen on October 28, 2013, record-breaking wind speeds of 88 miles per hour. All right, and it'd be translating into about 142 kilometers an hour, and gusts of about 119 miles per hour, which is translated to about 193 kilometers, were actually registered on that day. So Denmark is an archipelago made up of over 100 islands, some which are not even inhabited. The Danish monarchy is the oldest continuing monarchy in the world and has existed for over 1,000 years. Denmark has more than twice the amount of bicycles than cars. So they have about 4.2 million bicycles and only about 1.8 million cars. I'm going to go home and work since 10 minutes. Oh, right on, Mary Jane, right on. You only got 10 minutes left. Holding tight, your day's almost done. So Copenhagen's pedals more than 1.13 million kilometers on their bicycles each day. Yes, so bicycles are really, really popular. So Denmark is actually reported to be the happiest country in the world. I don't know. Is New Zealand a country? New Zealand's a country, right? I do believe. So I don't know. Denmark and New Zealand, I don't know, because I think New Zealand is one of the happiest places, but I don't know. I guess Denmark could be too. See, there's lots of
Denmark
happy
is Copenhagen, and Copenhagen made the Danish, and Danish is great, so people are happy.
Okay.
Ice cream, I'm happy.
So as of 2000, hello, Lady T. Thanks for tuning in here. So as of 2013, Denmark has 14 Nobel laureates, mainly in literature, which is 4 of them, 5 in physiology and medicine, with its relatively small population. This is one of the highest numbers of Nobel laureates per capita in the world. So Princess Mary, the wife of Danish Crown Prince Frederick, originally hails from Tasmania, Australia. Yeah. So Scandinavians, including Danes, are the world's highest per capita consumers of coffee. I don't know. I got this Canadian's kind of got you beat. I think this Canadian's definitely got you in running because the amount of coffee I drink. But we're drinking tea today.
I drink more coffee. I drink all day.
Hello, Jazzy. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. So with Danes who drink an average of 4 cups a day, coming in third after Sweden and Finland. I don't know. I think Canadians might actually have them beat. I know a lot of Canadians that drink about a pot a day, if not more. Or let's see, up to 3 pots. So I don't know. I think they might have to recalculate those numbers. Hello, Billy. Thanks for tuning in. Like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you get your comment, your reaction there, and your name will be entered twice for a chance to win prizes that we will be drawing on the 1st of the month. And we don't have anything yet. No, we've had no donations come across the desk yet, but stay tuned. You never know what will come in because we always accept donations all the way up to the last day of the month, and then we draw names on the 1st. So yes, that was just random. It almost sounded like a snorting bark. So yes, or yes, about coffee. I don't know. I think they should definitely recalculate that because I know a lot of Canadians that drink a lot of coffee. All right, so Greenland is the world's largest island. Assuming Australia is a continent and has a total area of 840,000 square miles. About 80% of Greenland is actually covered by a huge ice sheet that is up to 2 miles thick. So that'd be some really thick ice. Max, come. Doug, I used to drink 3 pots per day, but I've cut down to 2 pots per day. Yes, like I said, I think Canadians might actually have them beat with coffee drinkers. Are you okay, bud? It's okay. You see ghosts or something? There you go. Oh, but you just want to be stuck. Yes, Medic wants to come get petted as the original MFer is hosting his show. It's all right. It's all good. Yes, it's all good. All right. So yeah, that'd be some pretty thick ice. So 2 mile thick ice. Wow, I wonder what would be under that too. So since 1953, it's actually been declared part of the territory of the Kingdom of Denmark. So Denmark is actually considered the least corrupt country in the world, and you guys can actually go check your facts on that because I know that to be true. I'm reading a lot of different places all over the world with low crime rates. Denmark is actually one of the lowest. They've actually turned jails into hotels because they just have so many empty jails. Everything floats down here, yes. Hello, Gordo. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. So Denmark actually has 7,314 miles of coastline, which is longer than the Great Wall of China, and equals about 1.5 meters of coast per Danish citizen. That's definitely a lot of coastline. So in Denmark, age is no barrier to love. In 2009, the oldest Danish bride was 94 years old, while her groom was over 100 years. The youngest Danish bride was 19, while her groom was just a mere 18 years old. And I guess the Canadian standards, adult. You become an adult when you're 18, right? So I don't know how it is in Denmark.
These days, I don't think you should be called an adult when you hit 18 because
I know.
Be positive.
Always be positive, always. So practically all Danes know how to swim, and swimming lessons are actually part of the compulsory curriculum in all state schools too. So that'd be pretty cool. I always enjoyed swimming. To actually have it mandatory, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, you should ask out there, see if anybody has a 10-gallon tank for Spike to be removed.
For Spike to be removed, yeah.
Into a different tank.
We will talk about that later. So in Denmark, pornography can be purchased at your local petrol station. Are you really? And 1/5 of all Danish families are actually affected by crime each year. The numbers of reported crimes have more than tripled in the last 30 years to over 500,000 per year, especially violent crimes, break-ins, and petty thefts. Let's see here. So yes, these are some of the laws and stuff that they actually have down there. So pedophiles are actually considered sick people in Denmark that should be helped rather than punished. They have registered societies in Denmark and meet in municipal clubhouses to discuss their common interests and exchange experiences to try to stop doing what they're doing. Oh, so they work together to try to stop. Hello, Nita. Great. Denmark actually has a place to surf called Cold Hawaii. And it is one of the best beaches in Scandinavia for surfing. 3 Danish films that have actually sold over 1 million tickets each. And all 3 of them were action comedies about a gang called Olsen Banden, which is the Olsen gang. The foreign film seen by most Danes ever is Titanic, with 1.4 million tickets sold.
I thought they were running close. Avatar and Titanic, because they were pretty good.
Watched by Danes, though. This is watched by in Denmark, right?
Oh, okay.
So the name Lego is an abbreviation of 2 Danish words. Legot, meaning play well. The company was actually started in 1932 by Ole Kirk Christensen. Lego began producing its iconic bricks in 1958. So for more than 60 years, over 320 billion Lego bricks have been sold worldwide. So nearly 60 bricks for every human on the planet. That is awesome. Hello, Sarah. Thanks for tuning in. Of course I'm in Guelph. Of course. All right. So so this is our next set of facts goes out to the car fanatics out there. And it is the Duesenberg. All right. So I love getting this. The world's first speeding ticket was issued in 1902. How fast was the offending motorist traveling? A scandalous 45 miles per hour. 1 in 4 cars on the UK's roads were actually made in China, which is a lot given that there's around 35 million cars in the UK. So a modern Formula One car can drive upside down, and I've read these ones. I do believe. Upside down in a tunnel at 120 miles per hour. F1 cars produce around 3.5 gigs while cornering, meaning they've enough aerodynamic downforce to actually drive upside down in that tunnel. Where is it? Yes. All right, so the average British driver will actually spend around 99 days of their life stuck in traffic. I guess it's sorry. I'm kind of sorry for being depressing, but it's true, right? Our advice is just try not to think, but you don't want to be out there driving. Okay, so
See you guys later. Going back up a little bit.
The average car actually contains over 30,000 unique parts. When you think about it, it's a miracle they don't break down actually more often. Just by simple. Hello, Sue Lee. Thanks for tuning in. So 75% of all cars produced by Rolls-Royce are still on the road. Ooh, what did it? No, shrink. There we go. Oh yes, these are. Okay, so this fact does not map up with it. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so you know what? I will actually look for that for Tuesday for you guys. All right. See, can the studio audience write a note down? Duesenberg for Tuesday. Yes, I thought that we received facts on Duesenberg, but there's not a single fact on Duesenberg.
Well, it's supposed to. I thought he was having some problems.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Sorry about that, ladies and and gentlemen, we had a little bit of mix-ups with researching the data today. But yes, we will definitely get you guys some facts on the Duesenberg for next week for sure. All right, so we're gonna, for our animal lovers out there, all right, these are facts on the Wolverines. And no, ladies and gentlemen, we are not talking about Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. We're actually talking about the animal of the Wolverine. Yeah, so they are actually made for cold weather. Wolverines can actually be found in boreal forest and tundras in North America, Europe, and Asia, where temperatures are cool even in the summer. So it's no surprise that these animals have evolved to deal with frigid weather. They have big paws so that their speed, it doubles their speed. Tongue-tied as I'm trying to read this. So they actually have big paws that spread to twice their size when they hit the ground, distributing their weight to actually help them travel through the snow. And they can actually run up to 30 miles per hour. Yeah. And thick, oily fur that resists frost. A fact that has actually made them a target for many fur traders. The animal's scientific name means the gluten, and it's a pretty apt descriptor. At 4 feet tall and weighing up to 22 pounds, and that's just for a female, because males can actually weigh up to 40 pounds. These fierce creatures are the largest members of the weasel family. Yeah. Still, they are small compared to some of the animals they compete with for food. But a wolverine has no problem standing up to wolves or a bear when a meal is on the line. So when you actually hear the word Wolverine, chances are the first thing that's going to pop up in your mind is, of course, the super buff Claude comic book character. But no, this depiction isn't far from the actual animal. A weasel that also has some pretty sharp claws. Once hunted nearly to extinction for their fur, wolverines have rebounded, and currently a species at least concern. Still, that doesn't mean they're easy to find. These animals are actually elusive, and much about them remains mysterious. But here are a few things that we definitely know for sure. All right, so that was their nicknames. All right, so more from Mental Floss Studios fun, right? So how a surfboard gets its shape, the gluo are opportunistic eaters that hunt live prey. Hello, Becky. Including small animals like hares and rodents, as well as larger animals like caribou. They are weak, or ill, but will also scavenge from any carcass they can get their claws on. They also actually eat vegetables and berries too. So frozen meat isn't a deterrent. An upper molar that sits sideways at 90 degrees lets them rip into ice-covered carcasses. Mike, maybe I need more PLP in my life. Well, Mike, thank you for tuning in, buddy. It's one way to get to your peace, love, and positivity, brother. Come hang out with us. Of course. Because everybody always needs a little bit extra PLP in their life. All you got to do is, first thing, if you have to, sit, take a deep breath, clear your mind, focus on what you want, stay focused on that, and keep positive. And yes, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, like I always tell everyone, no matter what you do, you can't just go straight through life with just positivity. You're going to have those moments of negativity, and that's where you have to battle through them and stand tall and strong and go, negativity, God, and move forward. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in and coming to hang out with us. Like I said, we're reading some facts off today. Hopefully try to get some smiles on yours. All right. So their teeth are actually so sharp and strong that they even eat bone. Yeah, once they've got food, they often bury it to save it for later. Mere hours after a meal, they'll actually go on the hunt again. And if you're wondering what we're talking about, we are talking about our facts right now about Wolverines. Yes. And no, we're not talking about Hugh Jackman. In case you're wondering, no, we're definitely not talking about Hugh Jackman here. We were talking about the animal, the Wolverine. All right, so we're gonna move that out of the way. We're gonna pull our MF is live mug out. All right, here we go. All right, so they're actually burrows too. Yes, like I said, because they come from the weasel family. Wolverines use their non-retractable claws, not just to bury food, but also to build dens. Yeah, females dig as deep as 15 feet into the snow to create burrows for their young. But the claws aren't just good for digging. They also allow animals to climb trees. Though, as a video, there was a video on here, sorry. They're actually pretty adept to climbing them up too. So be careful with Wolverines, right? And they're actually pretty stinky too. One Native American tribe calls Wolverines the skunk bear. The stench actually comes from special anal glands that allow the animals to emit an offensive odor that protects their food and marks their territory. They'll also use it when threatened, raising their tails like skunks. The fragrant odor also has traces of methylonic acid. So think smelly cheese. So methylonic acid and physiolic acid, and it has a composition similar to that of smaller members of the weasel family, pine and beech martens. Oh, hello, Ferrick. How are you doing, buddy? It's great to see you. Oh, let's go Jets. Oh, yeah. How is? Because, that's kind of funny. We were having, we did have the studio audience that were following along on the Leafs games, and all of a sudden Leafs are out, gone, and the studio audience just does not talk about hockey anymore. But maybe we'll. It's 2-0 for who?
Jets.
And who are they taking on?
Patriots.
What period?
First.
All right, so first period, ladies and gentlemen, the Jets versus the Patriots, and it is the Jets winning by 2-0. All right. So yes, Wolverines, they're not actually the strongest mammal pound for pound either. Though folklore would have you believe that Wolverines are the strongest animals in the kingdom. Science has proved this to be largely untrue. Yes, these animals can actually be aggressive, but they only have a moderately strong bite. According to findings published in a 2007 research paper, the animal's bite force at canines is about 224 newtons. Compare that to the highest number of 1,646.7 newtons, which belongs to the polar bear. Yes, and grizzlies, tigers, and lions aren't that far behind either. So yeah, it's really not that strong of a bite. So the researchers also calculated that bite force quotation to compare the bite force of animals with differing body sizes. So according to the scientists, species with BFQs around 100 may be regarded as having near average bite force for their body size. Wolverines come in at around 105. So in other words, it's pretty average. The Palm Civic and the Palm Civic, which is 161.1, and the Sun Bear coming in at 160.5. Both actually rank higher, as do several other of the weasels. The animal in the paper with the highest BFQ is Mustela nifitalis, or least weasel, which is at 164. Wow. So outdoing them all is the Tasmanian Devil, which actually has a BFQ of 181. But don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, the Wolverines, yes, they do have great noses. Wolverines can actually smell prey, even when buried under 20 feet of snow, and have even been known to find and kill animals that are actually in hibernation. Yeah. All right. So what are we going to do? Okay. So we're going to pop back here. Okay, if it wants to go back for us. All right. And then we got the factor. All right. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I actually want to read a couple positive stories at you because I was actually reading some of them earlier because I do have the Good News Network app. So I'm always constantly getting updates. There's this really cool story I want to read you guys. Okay, honest. But you know what? We're going to do our last fact that we have, and then we're going to go read some positive stories for you. All right, so I'm going to pop this open because I remember the last fact is. All right, so we have Kiana Kievan. We have and she was just in here too. Is that? Oh, is that? No. Oh, it is. It is. It is. Oh, and she's got a double shout at that too. Look, we have Lady T. Lady T coming in for a double shout out. Right on. We got Vicky Colbert. All right, we're gonna pop a couple more here. Let's see. We have Christine Kirkwood. Yes, and Christine was just in here earlier too. And then we have Billy Norton. Billy was here too. Where'd you go, Billy? All right, what else we got here? Okay, so we're gonna grab a couple more here. And we have Caitlin McCandles. Oh, we have a blank one, ladies and gentlemen. So this goes out to every MFer out there. Yes, who tunes in and I'm not saying tunes in every day, but tunes in whenever they can. So it goes out to each and every last single one of you. All right, and then of course we have Lady T, and yeah, we did see Lady T pop in here earlier, but she didn't say anything. So you hold Lady T, okay? Okay, just keep an eye out for her, see if she pops in, okay? All right. All right, so yes, our next set of facts goes out for our Comic-Con fans out there. You guys ready? Yes. So the Green Lantern rings, yes, they do not heal injuries. The rings actually worn by the Green Lanterns are incredibly powerful, granting a wide range of abilities to the wearer, including the ability to create green-colored objects known as constructs. The Green Lantern can then control the construct via telekinesis, guiding it to attack, defend, or remain stationary. However, one power that's not granted with the ring is self-healing. All right. So the ring can actually conjure a green shield to protect the Green Lantern, but it cannot heal the injuries that they endure. So in Hal Jordan's story arc, Abin Sur turned down an offer to obtain the ring because the right couldn't heal his injuries. So Hal Jordan later broke his arm and couldn't use the ring to heal it. The best thing he could do was conjure a green cast to hold the broken bones in place while his body did the healing itself. So former New York City Mayor John V. Lindsay was a huge Green Lantern fan. Come on, who says comic books were meant for kids? While children and young adults were the target demographics of DC Comics, former New York City Mayor John Lindsay was also known to be a fan of the Green Lantern series. So in the 1970s, sales of the Green Lantern comics began to slip. So the big wigs at DC Comics felt a change was in order. So instead of building the plot around a single superhero, they decided to introduce a sidekick. Yes, the Green Arrow. So Hal Jordan and the Green Arrow traveled across America battling real-world problems instead of the mutated villains and aliens. So in one particular issue titled Snowbirds Don't Fly, Green Arrow's sidekick, Speedy, became hooked on heroin and was forced to quit cold turkey to bring the dealers down to justice. So Mayor Lindsay was glad to see real-life issues like drug addiction being tackled in the comics, prompting him to write a letter to DC Comics. Hello, Bunny. Thanks for tuning in. So Snowbirds Don't Fly actually won the 1971 Shazam Award for Best Individual Story. Yeah. All right, so Hal Jordan wasn't the first Green Lantern to actually appear in the comics either. Long before Hal Jordan took the role of the Green Lantern, there was a railroad mechanic who came to possess the magic lantern. Back in 1940, All American Publications released a comic book titled All American Comics number 16, which centered around a man named Alan Scott. Scott, who was a railroad mechanic, discovered the magic lantern after a railway crash. The lantern instructed him on how to create the magic ring, granting Scott a wide variety of superpowers. Unfortunately, Alan Scott's run as the Green Lantern was short-lived due to the general decline of interest in superheroes following the Second World War. So the final issue featuring Scott as the Green Lantern was All-Star Comics number 57, which was released in 1951. Scott returned to various Justice League comics later, but he never received his own comic series again. So, all right, so talking about the big film, Green Lantern. Filming the Green Lantern actually took 103 days. Most big screen movies take around 30 to 60 days to film. The Green Lantern, however, took over twice this length of time, with production crews finishing up after a grueling 103 days of filming. Why did it take such a long time to film the Green Lantern? Some people assume that shooting in front of a green screen is easier, but this isn't the case. On the contrary, it can prove more time-consuming and expensive, which is probably why the GCI heavy film, The Green Lantern, took 103 days. Oh yeah, and it also cost a cool $200 million to produce. Wow. Hello, Kim. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so American actor Ryan Reynolds, who played the role of Hal Jordan, discussed the mental challenges of filming for 103 days. And this is one of his quotes. I mean, like, after 103 days of anything, you're going to be into it, I think. If you're not, there's something wrong. You just have to have a lot of faith, and a lot of artwork is around. I get a lot of examples of what I am looking at, and that helps. You just carry that with you. A lot of it is just kind of knows what directions you're supposed to be pointing, looking, and that sort of thing. So for the most part, Hollywood is a world of imagination, so you have to really just be there and trust that they're going to do their part when we all walk away the next day. All right, so Green Lantern 2 is actually still in the works. Yeah. All that time and money wasted on the first film. They're going to make a second one. All right. So the Green Lantern movie didn't experience the same level of success as other superhero movies, such as The Avengers, The Dark Knight, the Spider-Man trilogy, etc., etc. However, it's not stopping Warner Brothers from taking a shot at a sequel. So according to the LA Times, Warner Brothers already has a rough draft of the Green Lantern 2's screenplay. Although several sources close to the company say the screenplay outline will likely be revamped, if not scrapped it altogether. So will Ryan Reynolds take the role of Hal Jordan in the upcoming Green Lantern sequel? Still too early to make any definite statements regarding the cast or any other element of the movie for that matter, but the general consensus is that no, Ryan Reynolds will not be returning to the sequel. During a Q&A interview, MTV jokingly asked Reynolds if he would be interested in purchasing the domain greenlanternsequel.com, to which he responded, "I don't think you can sell that to anyone." So furthermore, unnamed sources allegedly told Cosmic Book News that there will be no Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern. Come on, there's no way Ryan Reynolds is going to come back to the Green Lantern. He is Deadpool. He is so Deadpool. And he's already coming out with Deadpool. It's already out, isn't it? Yeah. Deadpool's 2, is that right?
I don't know.
Or is that coming out this month? You know, now I got to go
I
look.
think this month.
Because I love Deadpool. Deadpool is such a great character, and I swear that character, like, if you read the comics on Deadpool, the first thought's going to go through your head. It's like, wow, that's Ryan Reynolds. Like, that is so Ryan Reynolds characters. And yeah, it's like, so yes, definitely, I don't think he'd be back for sure, especially with the amount that he joked about, like, everything being the CGI and stuff. So yeah, I definitely don't think he'll be returning back. So yes, the Green Lanterns powered were actually mirrored after Aladdin. So ever wonder how the Green Lantern creator Martin Nodwell came up with the idea of a superpower that allowed the user to conjure anything he or she imagined? Yeah, so if you're familiar with the story of Aladdin in 1001 Arabian Nights, you may recall some similarities between the two. That's not just a coincidence. Nodwell reportedly drew inspiration from Aladdin to use in the Green Lantern comics. Aladdin would rub the magical lamp to contact the genie, who would fulfill Aladdin's wishes. The Green Lantern also had conjuration powers that required a green lantern or a lamp. While the two aren't exactly the same, there's an undeniable similarity between the Green Lantern and Aladdin. So the original Green Lantern's powers were magic. In the original Green Lantern comics, the ring worn by Alan Scott worked by magic. A green flaming meteor fell to the earth several thousand years ago in ancient China. This meteor instructed Scott on how to create a magical ring that granted him superhuman powers. So fast forward to Hal Jordan's story arc in DC Comics chose a different direction to go with the ring's powers. So why DC Comics nixed the idea of a magical ring? Well, critics at the time were complaining that the Green Lantern wasn't believable. So, of course, come on, it's a comic book, so it shouldn't have to be believable. Nonetheless, DC Comics wanted to transition it more to a science fiction genre instead of just magic. So they created Hal Jordan's story around a ring and lantern that he received from a dying extraterrestrial. So real-life astronauts actually inspired the story of Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan's character was reportedly inspired by real-life astronauts like John Glenn, Alan B. Shepard, Neil Armstrong, and Buzz Aldrin. You have to remember, though, that the 1950s and 60s were arguably the most influential time for space exploration. On May 5th, 1961, Alan B. Shepard became the first person to enter outer space. Now, fast forward to July 20th, 1969. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were the first people to step foot on the moon. The country was memorized by the thought of space exploration during this era, so it only made sense to include it as part of Hal Jordan's story. So Martin Nodwell's subway incident. So riding on the subway in 1940, the Green Lantern creator Martin Nodwell experienced a moment of enlightenment that spawned the idea of a Green Lantern. The subway came to an abrupt stop due to debris on the track, at which point Nodwell noticed a railroad engineer holding up a Green Lantern to signal that it was safe to proceed. So Nodwell incorporated both the Green Lantern and the subway incident into the Green Lantern comics. All right. So the ring's weaknesses. You guys ready for this one? All right. So whether it was Hal Jordan, Alan Scott, or any of the Green Lanterns that came afterwards, all of their rings suffered the very same weakness. They must be recharged every 24 hours to continue working. The rings are recharged by placing it inside the green-colored lamp, at which point it would be recharged and ready for action. This wasn't the only ring's only weakness, however, either. The original ring depicted in the Green Lantern had a weakness against wood, meaning anything the wearer conjured would not affect wood. And the newer rings were useless against anything made of the color yellow. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, those were our facts on the Green Lantern. Okay, I got to find this because I was reading earlier and I actually pointed it out to Master Chef when I was reading it. So it was something that was really cool, and it's talking all about our technology and what it's coming by. All right, and most people have heard about 3D printers. Well, you know, this is a 3D printer you will not be able to get, but your doctor might be able to. All right, so this portable 3D printer could actually print skin over wounds in under 2 minutes. Under 2 minutes. So thanks to the latest breakthrough in 3D printing technology, skin grafts may soon be a thing of the past. So instead of physicians could just heal those injuries by simply printing out a new sheet of skin on the spot. So researchers at the University of Toronto, way to go Canadians, come on, gotta love it, right? At the University of Toronto have developed a handheld 3D skin printer that can quickly manufacture fresh skin tissue that can cover and fill a wound in less than 2 minutes. And the team believes it to be the first contraption of its kind. So the device is shaped similarly to a packing tape dispenser, except instead of tape, it dispenses tissue sheets made out of a protein-based biomaterials, including collagen, the most abundant protein in the dermis, and fibrin, a protein involved in wound healing. So the printed material can then penetrate all 3 layers of skin to properly heal the wound. So, so currently the preferred method of treating these kinds of injuries is with skin grafts that require large portions of donor skin because there's rarely enough donor skin to cover an injured area. However, this usually leads to a poor recovery and healing process. Although other bioengineered skin tissues have already been developed, none of them have been used very widely. So most current 3D bioprinters are bulky, work at low speeds, are expensive, and are incapable with clinical application, explains Professor Axel Guthner. So our skin printer promises to tailor tissues to specific patients and wound characteristics, says PhD student Navid Hakami, who led the research, and he says it's very portable as well. So according to the research, they must complete further tests before starting human trials, but they hope that the contraption will one day revolutionize the way that physicians treat burn victims. Their findings are currently published in the scientific journal Lab on a Chip. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can always go check that. I wanted to read that to you. I thought that was so cool and really wicked because of our technology. You know, we're getting places, and you know, like now we're like they haven't gone to full out studies yet, because of course they got to do more to be able to do clinical studies and stuff. But like I said, I was telling Master Chef that you know we're gonna get to a point. Everyone's always like, oh, you know, we're gonna go digital and we're gonna put ourselves in the computer. With the way technology is going, ladies and gentlemen, we're not even gonna have to worry about that.
We're already in the matrix.
We're already in the matrix. But no, we're not even gonna have to worry about that because you know they're able to you know heal your wounds that quick. They're able to 3D print organs. Like it's going to get to the point that we're just going to keep going and going and going. That it's not worrying about you know moving, I guess, your consciousness, because we're going to just be able to keep going and going and going. Because come on, they're doing, if they can get this, you know, skin grafts easy as a 3D printer. Who says that? You know, why go get you know your face pulled back? Just go get a new layer of skin, put on nice young fresh skin. I know. I think I'd rather die and get old.
I wish I had that for my shoulder when it happened.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is shared off into our Facebook page, and also to our Twitter page as well. All right. So, where did that other one go? Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, we do have Mother's Day coming up. It is this Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right. So here are. Oh, all right. So here you guys go. Okay. So here's some last minute Mother's Day gifts to provide health, wellness, romance, and family history. Yes. So maybe you've already prepared an exquisite Mother's Day gift for this upcoming Sunday, or if you're like most, you forgot all about it. And you're now scrambling for anything that says, of course I didn't forget that I was supposed to get this for you. So we'll drop the notion of chocolates and flowers right now. All right, we have 4 interesting gift facts that you can prepare from the comfort of your own computer. Plus, Good News Networks gets a small commission for every click and purchase, as it's a win-win for everybody involved. All right, so with these, I guess I will share it off, so you, ladies and gentlemen, so you guys can go check it out for yourself. Hello, Hannah. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, I will definitely share this out. Now, if you guys go to click the link, I make nothing off this. I guess the Good News Network makes commission off every time, I guess. All right. So I hope you guys are ready for this one. All right. So, it's a 20% off a living DNA test. Actually, I really like that one. That's really cool. We were actually just talking about that the other day, DNA testing. All right, so give your mother the gift of ancestry. So Living DNA is having a sale on their ancestry test kits for Mother's Day. So if your mom has ever been curious about her family roots, then click here to hop over to the website to use the coupon code MOMSDAY4 at the checkout for a 20% discount. They claim to offer the most comprehensive test out there. That's really interesting. All right. So here's another one for you guys. All right. So the gift of mindfulness, exercise, and flexibility. So everybody loves yoga. Well, not me, but I guess a lot of people love yoga. And now, thanks to the internet, you don't even have to leave your house to go to a class. So Yoga International, that's the name of the company's Yoga International. So with over 300,000 members, Yoga International is an online resource dedicated to yoga, meditation, and mindful living. Yoga students, teachers, and aspiring teachers can deepen their knowledge and practice with Yoga International. So with over 3,500 articles, 500 plus teachers, and more than 1,000 yoga classes, the community is a holistic home for those who are seeking to expand their understanding of yoga. Oh, and the best part about this one, you can sign your mom up for a 30-day free trial on their website. Right on. All right, so give the gift of companionship with online dating. Wow. All right. Okay. We got this. All right, so while some people might be squeamish about helping their mom find a date, moms are never too old to rejoin the dating world. And you can help them get their foot in the door by surprising them with an eHarmony dating profile. Yes, eHarmony. So eHarmony is a good place to start too. The company earned themselves the title of being the #1 most trusted dating site by building the world's first patented capability-based matching system based on 35 years of clinical experience and rigorous relationship research. So if you're still hesitant, just think about the dirty diapers that your mom had to change for you when you were a baby and click here to make an eHarmony profile. All right. And then our last one is Healthy Scoop. So give the gift of health and wellness. So chocolates may be a time-honored gift of Mother's Day, but you can also show your mama some love by getting her something a little bit more healthy. And while some health food brands might have the taste and consistency of grass, Healthy Scoop prides itself on providing convenient options for plant-based wellness foods that are yummy, sustainable, and ethical. Healthy Scoop's chief formulator, Dr. James Ruse, is a doctor of naturopathic medicine and functional medicine expert who has studied nutrition for over 25 years. So if you'd like to pick up an order of nutritious goodies for Mother's Day, you can visit their website and enter the coupon code HS20 at checkout for 20% off. And just remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys go get your mama through something, through one of those four, you help with the Good News Network too. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Good News Network is what brings us our positive stories from around the world in one convenient spot instead of sitting there and having to search the web all over the place to find you your positive stories. Because like I said before, I remember when we first started our positive news days, we had a couple spots. And then I noticed over a course of time that the one of them, the Good News Network, had all the stories that the other ones had. So yeah, all right. So basically you take all these other websites that we're going to, and finding all these stories. And then all you have to do is just go to the Good News Network and it was already there. So yes. So every story that is on here is more likely at another spot on the internet. But like I said, it's where you find your positivity stories that are happening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting to that time. Yes. All right. Yes, I've ended my tea, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're going to shut off our Good News Network app. All right. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, yes, we've gotten to that time. All right. All right, so to the one out there, I know that you do watch, you may not comment, you may not react, but always remember je t'aime, all right? And to all my MFers out there, I want you all to know I love each and every last single one of you. Without any of you, MFers Live wouldn't be where it is today, and all the cool, amazing things that are going to be coming our way. It's totally amazing and awesome. And like I said, make sure you tune in tomorrow as well. We have no idea what's going on. We have no idea. We might have guests coming in. You just never know. But yes, if you tune in tomorrow night, you got myself and Nacho. We're going to be sitting here chilling with you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Oh, yes, because tomorrow is the Kripal show in Windsor, yes. So to all the winners of tickets, please get a hold of me. Actually, you know what? I will sit there and I'll message you guys all after the show tonight just to see how everybody wants their tickets. I know that Leanne won 2 tickets herself. Nacho, myself, we both got tickets, but we don't think we're actually going to be able to make the festives tomorrow. It's going to be really tight for my work schedule, and it's a really long trip to go all the way from Guelph to Windsor. It's like 3.5 hours, 3.5 hour drive. And it all depends what time I get done work, and it'd be really hard on a person to get all the way, get home and then get all the way out there. And yes, and don't get me wrong, I kind of feel bad because I love Kripal. Kripal is the bomb. I have such a cool story from the first time I met Kripal at the Windex show. It's pretty awesome. But yes, and it's also New Breed's release party for the newest album. Huh? Oh, if anybody wants to go, ladies and gentlemen, please just get a hold of me, and I will gladly give you my tickets. And if you want Nacho's ticket, we also have Leah's tickets as well. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we have some tickets. If you guys want to go and you didn't win any, please just get a hold of me. I don't mind. I'll give you guys some tickets. I don't mind. All right, because tomorrow night, Kripal is live in Windsor. Yes. It's also New Breed's album release party as well. So, yes, I know that our good friend Mitchell Coolman, he's going to be out there with Suli. So I know that they're going to be having a blast. But, yes, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys tune in with me tomorrow night. I will be here in the studio hanging out with Nacho. But like I always say, you guys ever want to come down and guest on the show, the studio door is always open, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. So thank you so much for tuning in and listening to some facts, learning some new things. All right, next Tuesday we'll do our best to try to get you some Duesenberg facts. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. All right. Remember, same MF for time, same MF for channel. Keep spreading the peace, love, and positivity. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching me live right now or you're watching me on a replay, all right, as long as I'm talking to you, yes. And even if you're sitting there in like a crowd of people, all right, and you're like, no, you're not talking to me. He's talking to them. He's just talking to them. He's not talking. I'm talking to you.
You might know.
And I'm talking to you. Talking to you. You. And yes, you. All right. Talking to each and every last single one of you. Always remember, ladies and gentlemen, that you matter because you know what you do. Each and every last single one of you guys all matter to me, right? Because without you, MFers Live wouldn't be where it is. Like I said, we have some pretty cool, amazing things that are coming our way this year. So make sure you stay tuned in, all right? Maybe we'll try our software again tomorrow night. You never know. So remember, keep spreading that peace, love, and positivity, and I'll see you all tomorrow night, all right?